Okay, another draft. Oh, and what is this? Another Wind Rider. We just had this in our... In fact, we had all three of these cards in our last draft. And this one. Okay, and that deck did pretty well. Whenever start your engines, that looks fine, but it's a double color immediately. This one was just great. The only problem is we didn't have that many vehicles, so we didn't get a whole lot of value out of it, but it's also just a really good card, as is this. I think we're gonna go with the Wind Rider. I don't want to take a second to see what these other cards do, because I'm not familiar with all the cards yet. Stall Out was great. That did us wonders last game. Yeah, this one looks a little crummy because you need to saddle it for 3. And then it ends up only doing 2 damage anyway, which is already not great. Okay, Unstoppable Plan. At the beginning of your end step, untap all non-land permanents you control. Flood the engine. Nice bit, decent removal. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, it gains Undestructible until end of turn. Untap all creatures you control. That looks interesting too. I like that. I just don't like that it's double white. Flood the engine, maybe. I mean, it's removal. This is 5. Maybe we should just go with the removal. Gilded Goda. We took that one out of our deck last draft. Stall Out was great. I love that card. I think, yeah, we'll just go Flood the Engine. Transit Mage was also cool. Helped us get the possession engine a lot. At the beginning of your end step. That could be cool. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact, spell, or activate an ability. I don't have any. Transit Mage sounds awesome, but so does this Necro Regent. Ah, this is kind of rough. Let's try the black one, I think. Back on track, return target creature or vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Create a 1/1 colorless pilot creature token. Okay. Bounce off was acceptable too. Creature or... Guess we can try back on track. We can try like a Dimir type deck. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact and your creature card in your graveyard. Shortcut, another Flood the Engine. Or do I want... What are we at? We're at 1 enchantment, 2 creatures, and a sorcery. Kinda like the Flood the Engine. It stops them from being able to crew things and saddle things and mount things, whatever. I guess we'll go with another Flood the Engine. Spike Shell Harrier is fantastic. I love that card. When this vehicle enters, draw 2. This has flying too. That'd be good for Wind Rider. But we need creatures to crew it in the first place. Exhaust, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Okay. And this is whenever one or more creatures with flying. Not... Okay, not just vehicles. Creatures with flying work for that. Sabotage Strategist. Whenever this one, look, we stole this from someone. Here's a Grim Bauble too. Both of these cards are really good. Dude, let's do the Strategist, yeah. And we have Jack shit here. Max speed, exile this card from your graveyard, draw a card. I mean, it's flying. It could work with with our oh, that's gross. I don't like that in the chat. How do I let me get rid of this? Delete. And we're gonna, I guess we'll do the surveyor. Diversion unit is great. I think diversion unit is the one we go with right here. Draw 2 cards, each player loses 2 life. This is flying, and the only reason I would play this is because it works well with Wind Rider. So let's do diversion unit. Stall out, fantastic, not even a question. Each opponent discards a card. Yeah, stall out's just objectively better. Bounce off, sure. Bounce off worked for us last draft. We're not gonna use either of these, I don't think. So, I mean, we have another blue deck. And more than likely, it's gonna be blue-black. Gear Hulk, this was probably the best card we could have gotten. And it's our colors, too. This is amazing. What is this? When this creature enters, all other creatures get -2/-2 until... The Oil Deep Gear Hulk. That is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I love that for us. These other cards aren't bad either, but Gear Hulk, 1,000,000,000,000%. Not really a loot deck. We don't have the colors for that anyway. Copy target spell you control. You may choose new targets for another Guide Light. Optimizer. This is a decent blocker. I mean, do I really... I have 3 instants and sorceries right now. And a lot of creatures. During turns other than yours. This looks pretty decent. This vehicle is an artifact creature. Right, and this guy would give our vehicles flying. I kind of like the Mangler. Sacrifice, destroy target, draw a card. This one's kind of cool too. I think I don't want the same exact deck we had last go around. I'd prefer to change it up at least a little bit, try new things out. We already have a diversion unit. Spin out. Just solid. Sure, and with... What was the other one we... Oh right, we didn't grab that one. Okay, that's fine. Removal is always good. Slick Imitator. This is the one I thought we grabbed. There's a Hull Drifter. I think we need lower cost cards now. We have plenty of high-end stuff. Start your engines. It's either the Imitator or the Pilot. How many vehicles do we have right now? We don't really have any vehicles. Let's do the Imitator. Gastel Raider. When this creature enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an instant sorcery card, discard it. This looks pretty solid. I like that. Flying. But these other ones would work really well with... Wow, okay. This is a tough choice. This is a really tough choice. And there's a good land there too. Let's go for the Raider. What are you on? Choose target opponent. Create 2 1/1 colorless stop to artifact creature tokens with flying. Then the chosen player loses X life, and where X is the number of artifacts. How many artifacts do we have right now? 4. This just seems like a decent card. It's our colors. Like, we really do need to get lower cost cards pretty much from here on out, though. Gains death, touch, and indestructible. Ugh. You're killing me, Smalls. 1/1 gain death, touch, and indestructible. Aetherdrift. I keep seeing Hole Drifter. We're just gonna get rid of it. We have it. We don't need it anymore. This also seems really good. Oh. I think a counter spell is fine right here. Spell Pierce. Creature Demon. Another Hole Drifter. I don't want a 7-drop. I don't want a 7-drop. That's the thing. I would like a 2-drop. I guess Buccaneer. I don't know if we'll play it. Here's a 2-drop. I can deal with that. I like that. Midnight Mangler. Here's another 2-drop. I will also take you. We're not going to use any of these. We are mostly blue. Mostly. Wickerfolk or Engineer? Both of these are fantastic. Let's do Engineer, I think. We're not going to use that. Alright, pack 3. What do you have? Serpent. Affinity for artifacts. That could be cool. Another optimizer wouldn't be bad. How many artifacts? Probably only... We have 7 artifacts now. So we could potentially play this for cheap-ish. This creature can't be blocked. But the optimizer is also an artifact. This is tough. This is really tough. I think we're going to try the... We'll do the optimizer. District Mascot. One of our first drafts, I think it's our second draft. This card was amazing. It's another Serpent. Packdoll Terror. You gain 1 life. We have a lot of artifacts for this. It's just as a big dummy, honestly. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll try it. I'm liking the way this deck is looking too. It's also looking not amazing, but pretty decent. Another optimizer. How many of these? This will be our 4th one. Our 4th optimizer. Do we want a 4th one? Do we have a lot of stuff for like max speed? We have a few things. It's gonna be a just an optimizer deck. Opter, Flying Vigilant, 3 though. This creature gets +1/+1. We'll do another optimizer. Sure, we can get rid. Possession Engine and another Spike Shell Harrier. Ooh, both of these. Possession Engine, I just feel was just better. Just better. Another Harrier. We already have one though. Do we want another? There's another Skystreak Engineer. This is also... Yeah, we're gonna have to thin this out of some of the higher cost cards. But keep in mind, we have these optimizers, which also act as mana for a lot of the artifacts that we have. Another Skystreak Engineer. This creature has lifelink. I think it's just the Engineer. What do I not want? Scrounging. Whenever you discard, we're not really discarding, are we? Trip up. Removal. Fish Pirate. I don't know if we'll play it. Another imitator. Another mangler. Monument. Whenever you discard a card, choose one that hasn't. We're not really discarding a whole lot though. Unless you control a mount or vehicle. We might use this. It's another one. Okay. Sure. I'm decently happy with this. I don't like how many high cost cards we have. All of these are just flat not good. Another Harrier? Are these people insane? Another Guidelight Optimizer. We already have 4 of them. I am definitely looking forward to this one. Okay, let's clean this up a lot. Okay. So, maybe this Gear Seeker Serpent isn't really worth it. So we'll get rid of that. Pump the network seems fine. Because we have a lot of artifacts. How many artifacts are we at? We're at 12. 12 artifacts. Whenever this works well with our Windrider, because this is whenever one of our creatures you control with flying deal combat damage. Perfect, so as flying, it's already good like that. Gastel Raider, whenever this creature enters, target opponent reveals their hand. Max speed seems fine. Exile this card from a graveyard, draw a card. Not as exciting. Maybe we don't need you. Stall out was great for us. Interference is okay. Max speed sacrifices creature. Copy target spell. But this has to be at max speed, which is the problem. Copy targets. You may choose new targets for the copy. I mean, that would... We have to get to max speed, though, which is the problem. This one seems fine. Decent blocker. Midnight during the turns other than yours. This vehicle is an artifact creature. Is it a decent blocker? We can honestly probably get rid of a couple of these optimizers. Sacrifice an artifact creature. If the sacrifice permanent was a vehicle, draw a card. Is there stuff we really want to like sacrifice though? We could use this to bring stuff back. Or creature. It's just a high cost card though. Beginning of your end step, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Do we get rid of... This has flying. Do we get rid of the Hull Drifter? In favor of the Harriers? Yeah, I guess we can. Maybe we get rid of one Harrier too. I don't know if this one's really worth it. Back on track, we don't need. What other cards do we have to work with? Skyray could be fine. Buccaneer. Draw a card, discard a card. I think Packdoll Terror is fine in this deck. What other option? I mean, we really need to get rid of 2 cards. We can get rid of a Guidelight Optimizer. Flood the engine. Do we get... What else do we get rid of? Sideswipe? Sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Yeah, I think Sideswipe. And I think our deck looks something like this. Is there anything else I'd rather... Buccaneer doesn't seem bad. We're not really discarding, otherwise I would use the Skyray. I can live with this. I think this is our deck. Mostly blue. Okay. Uh, we don't really even need that much black. Or and then I mean we could do like, because we do have a couple double black. And maybe something like this. 9 and 7. Is that too much though? Is 7 too much? To do mount or vehicle. Am I ever gonna want to sacrifice that though? Kind of a problem. And it's tapped. Let's see how this does. Let's see how this does. Okay, right off the bat, some 2-drops. We have a black. This is acceptable, I think. We can play our optimizer turn 2. Then we could an artifact or activate an ability. We'll play our island. Mascot. We need to get rid of that. Mascot is good. Really good. Play our optimizer. Honestly, we could... I wouldn't be opposed to flooding the engine on the mascot. That card is really good. I will gladly trade right here. Absolutely. Another island. Then we can... diversion unit. And then we have a counter if necessary. Now what do we have here? Exhaust. We could use this to start our engines. That wouldn't be horrible. And we would keep up a count. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Hazard of the Dunes. We fled the engine that yeah, we fled the engine that. We go in with all this. Bam bam. We are up to 3 on our speed. They got rid of a Loxodon Surveyor. Debris Beetle. Each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Another island. What do we want? We could play this and we'll attack and we'll draw a card and we can leave this guy back as a blocker. But they would just... They have trample anyway though. Like, do we just attack? I mean, it would soak up. We'll leave it back just in case. And we got some stuff to work with. Oh. Oh. That is gross. They didn't. Okay. Crew 2. I mean, we could Mangler and Engineer, or we could Strategist. That's Vigilance. This would kind of dumb some things down too. I kind of like that. Crew 2. Oh, he doesn't have enough to crew it. I'm silly. Yeah, let's do the Strategist. This is a great card. Scurryfoot. I love that card in the other draft we had. You gain 4 life. Okay. I think we can... We need to draw a land, but we could Harrier this back into their hand. Speaking of land. And we have Engine too. Like... What do we do? We can... Put this back into their hand. Oh, but we don't want to do that actually, because they would gain life off of it. Okay, that makes it easy. In that case, let's do this. You could crew right now. Let's resolve. That is fine. Just going for 4. The Surveil is helping them too. Uh-oh. What you got? Ooze Patrol. Mill 2 cards and put a 1/1 counter on this creature for each artifact and or creature card in your graveyard. They milled 2 lands. Sure. They can crew this again now. And they're not going to. We could target creature or vehicle. I don't want to make them gain life though, which is the problem. Bounce this. Huh. That's rough. I don't know what to do. We'd make them mill more of their cards, I guess. Let's attack with these guys again. I don't want to attack with something like this because they could just crew and kill it with their beetle. Maybe let's do this and our engineer and leave up bounce. Harrier would be... They have these ETB effects that I don't want them to have again, which is the problem. Do they realize I can't block with this? Okay, we can bounce the elephant. Sure, we'll bounce the elephant. That is fine. I don't want them to kill my engine either, because then they get control of their Ketrodon again. That is acceptable, I guess. Crew 3? Sure. Okay. Okay. Sure. Alright. GG's. GG's. Let's see, do we want to keep this? I mean... Get our engineer... Sure. Mulliganing... Every time we've mulliganed, I think we've lost. We will... Island? We will swamp. We're gonna Wicker Folk. Sure. We will... Island again. We will make them discard something. And they can't discard anything. What do they have? Junker. Short target creature that player controls. Swamp, Buccaneer, Pilot, and Hull Drifter. Can't do anything but the Pilot, huh? Or the Buccaneer, I guess. Optimizer is an idea. We also have Packed All Terror, though, which is also nice. Let's do that. Then this will set off Terror again. Whenever this creature or another artifact you control enters, Deathless Pilot. Here's a Swamp. Do they have any tricks in their hand? It doesn't look like it. I could attack with this, but then they could just double block and kill it, which isn't really ideal. So maybe we skip that. Maybe we don't attack. Put 2 1/1 counters on this creature. Maybe we do. This would give us blockers too, like sooner the better. Let's do that. And then the next turn we can potentially exhaust this guy. This will up our... Wait. Oh, because it's not an artifact, right? Understandable. I like these sleeves too, from the Duskmourn set. Oh, this has to be at max speed for it. I completely didn't read that. That makes sense though. That does make sense. Shit. How are we going to get to max speed here? We have an enchantment aura. Let's threaten them a little. attack with you. Our speed goes up. The next turn, if we play this guy or this guy, as long as we play one of these artifacts, our speed will go up and we'll get a demon. Or not a demon, a zombie, whatever. Oh, crap. For each player, destroy up to, so they don't have to, but they can. We can just flood the engine that, honestly. That wouldn't be bad. Is he thinking? Fair enough. That is fine. Gonna attack. Sure. Okay. Yeah, draw an island. I think we do this. We don't know what... Okay, this is... Oh, from their graveyard. Okay. Our speed is going to go up. And then we can attack with this. And they have to block with it. If they don't block with it, or if they don't block it, we draw a card. And they only have one thing they can block it with. And it's not a good block. And they're going to take it. Okay. We draw Haunt Network. X is the number of artifacts you control. Which, how many do we control? 1, 2, 3. We could, but we only control 3 right now. Okay, they have a terror of their own. This could honestly go either way. This is, I feel like, a really close game. And they're not gonna attack. Okay, Possession Engine. This. I like that. Do we Possession Engine the Terror? I think so. Ayo, okay. Possession Engine doing its job. I love to see it. Okay, what do we got? Imitator, Mangler. We haven't played our Gear Hulk yet. I mean, it'd be better, but sure. Draw another swamp, so let's throw down our island. And play... I guess Imitator next turn? Let's do Imitator, start our engines, yada yada. Oh, you also have that. And not a great start. Not a great start at all. I mean, like, do we really want to flood the engine, either of these? I mean, we could play Gear Hulk the following next turn. Guess we'll... Oh, it'll be a blocker against the Imitator if they just... I mean, I already have a blocker. It's just kind of a waste of a turn, to be honest. I don't feel like that did a whole lot for us. Are they gonna play anything? Buccaneer. Okay. We have a Spectral Interference. Let's play our Gear Hulk. Player discards that card and draws a card. I don't really want them to draw a card, but I'll get to see what their hand is. I could have chosen ourselves, I guess. Bounce off. They only control one. I guess we'll do this. If they want to bounce the Gear Hulk, I'll just play it again. I guess we can... Or vehicle. No, they'll just bounce it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, there's their Buccaneer. You're gonna bounce that? We have not done any damage. None. Okay, keep in mind they can bounce our guy. Let's attack. We know they're gonna bounce it. Almost no doubt. Really? I was not expecting that. That is acceptable, I guess. Sure. I mean, I was banking on them bouncing it, honestly. Then we can force them to... Sacrifice. What do we want? And bounce that. And we reduce their speed too. This one's a tough game. This one's really tough. You just gonna attack with your flyer again? Yep. They could potentially bounce 2 of my things. Sky Streak Engineer. Counter target artifact or creature spell. You could flood the engine, this guy. He wouldn't... That may be the option. He wouldn't be able to bounce, or he wouldn't be able to duplicate his spells then. Which I like. I mean, he could do it right now and bounce both of my things. But... then we would play... Would we play Sky Streak Engineer? Or would we save our interference? This would block their diversion unit too, actually. Okay, yeah. Is he gonna bounce himself? That is actually smart. I hadn't considered that. That's smart. That is certainly smart. But then we could spectral interference that. They wouldn't have enough to pay the cost either. I don't want him to be able to duplicate spells. That could be good. Ticket Tortoise. I haven't seen you. What are you? It's a defender. More lands than you, create a treasure token. Okay, we don't. We control the same amount of lands. Reveals their hand. You choose an instant or sorcery from it. That's if they even have an instant or sorcery. And we could do this, crew the Mangler. Yeah, they don't. They have a Hull Drifter. So let's crew you with this guy. Let's go in with both of these. Let's throw down our engineer. They could exhaust too. They could. Will they? They won't. We can exhaust, or we can wait until the end of our turn and play this, which isn't a bad idea. So let's attack with you and you. Yeah, let's do this. If they block this guy, we'll exhaust it. If they don't, draw, put a 1. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. So you're going to let me... That's fine. We get our speed up. We can play our Necro Regent. And, yeah, we get a zombie now. Ear Serpent. Flood the engine. That is a card. That is most certainly a card. You can sacrifice this creature and put... Bro. Bam. Bam. They do not have anything. We going for, you know, fuck it. Who's doing any math? GG's, friend. GG's. Good crap. That little imitator came in clutch right there. Wow. Let's see. Oh. I don't like this hand at all. Let's mulligan this. Oh. What the hell? I should have kept the first hand. Fine. We'll have an interference. We have 2 5-drops. Man. We have a spin out, sure. Surveyor? No, no, no. If I can't play anything, neither can you. We have a spin out we can use, sure. Nope. Another flood the engine. Holy sh... What is this? Whenever equal to the number of lands you control, we can flood the engine that. We have an island. We have an island. Let's get an attacker out there. Bounce their stuff. You gonna destroy it? Sure. Oh wait, no, they didn't destroy it yet. They still can though. You'll then return a vehicle card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. This will start our engines. They don't have anything to crew this yet though. They do have this. That can crew it next turn. I think we flood this guy. And we play our engineer. Attack for 4. Okay, that's fine. If we play their worm, we'll probably flood the engine that. Max speed whenever a creature you control died. Midnight Mangler. Let's get our engines running. Just attack for 1, leave some blockers. Sacrifice a creature or vehicle. Get rid of the engineer. There's another engineer for us. Okay. Let's flood their worm. Okay, sure. Do we want to attack? I don't think we want to attack. Let's throw this guy out there. We can attack with him next turn. Get our speed going a little bit. Need to get the max speed for our Necro Regent. He's also a decent block. Oh, that works too. Okay. If I had to choose to get rid of any of these, this would be this guy. We'll block like this. Do you have something? You have. You don't? Okay. Oh, he does have something. That's fine. Maybe. We'll see how this plays out. Stall out. Or we can just straight up exhaust this. We would take some damage next turn though. Gain 2 life equal to your speed. We would only do 3 damage with this though. Is that really like... Yeah, let's do this. We're not gonna exhaust this yet. I think we stall. Do we want to cycle this? Or do we want to stall out like their carrion cruiser? I think we cycle this, actually. Do we actually want to? There's a crew 1. That's tough. I think we cycle. Well, if we cycle it, we can just hold. We'll hold on to it. We may end up cycling it. Sure, sure. We just... Do I... Crew 2? Maybe we'd get rid of the... Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do it. And let's cycle this. And hopefully we draw something. We draw an island. Oh. Okay. I mean... It's a blocker, though. It is a blocker. We have max speed for absolutely nothing now. Can't do anything with it. What's this? Broadcast Rambler? That looks pretty good. And you crew it for 1. Oh boy. A card. You may choose a card from it. So we don't have to. We can choose a card from it. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you draw a land, I guess. Wreckage. I think I'm happy with them drawing that over the one we got rid of. Their Embalmed Descendant. I'm happy with that trade. Do I want to trade this? Otherwise that's 6 damage. I guess we have to. This... I don't like this at all. He's an ooze. There's not a lot we can do. I think we wait, we block, exhaust, hopefully they forget about it or do something stupid. Saddle, okay. They are gonna saddle this guy for basic plains card. Sure. Okay, we're gonna resolve that. Let's exhaust our boy. They can just get this guy again and again. Let's do this and get rid of their flyer. Hazard of the Dunes. That is not good. And what can we do? Okay, we can bounce. We could potentially bounce 2 things. Potentially. What else would we want to bounce? Let's bounce their Hazard of the Dunes. And then let's copy it. And then let's bounce. I don't want them to be able to surveil and see what they're gonna draw. Let's bounce the zombie, I guess. And we'll go in for a lot. Let's just go in for a lot. What's our percentage of drawing a land? 50% chance. Ugh. It might be GG's if we draw a land. It might just be GG's. Naturally. And we can't attack safely either. Like... No, we just can't do nothing. I mean... Okay, yeah, I mean, I should have saw that coming, but... What else am I gonna do? And another land. Oh, I think I need the blocker. I need to stall. Maybe I can get a possession engine, get their Dune guy. We have a 6% chance of drawing that. This game's not turning out too well. I think it's pretty much GG's. Pretty much. Oh, did it not? I thought I clicked on... I guess not. Did I just misclick? I guess so. I guess so. I think that's it. That's GG's. GG's. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. That was a little rougher, but I think we learned a bit. And another rough hand. Oof. I don't think I can keep this. This is better. This is better. What do we get rid of? I guess an island? Bright field glider. Okay. We'll have a safe block against this guy. The optimizer wouldn't be a safe block. It would die if we blocked with it. Another island. I think we'll do this so we can use it to cast something. Something. We'll have it. We'll have an extra mana, sure. Crew 1. So that is a crew 1. We could just... No, this... Not any safe attacks. What do we want to do here? We'll just take it. We'll just take it, sure. What can we do? Distribute. We could do this. Bounce. Bounce the air response unit. Could. We could also exhaust this. Honestly, if we bounce this, they don't have anything to crew with, but then it only costs 1 mana. Let's get rid of their air response unit. Going for 1. I don't have any black right now, though. Right of the road. Double strike at max speed. Okay. Okay. This is starting to get a little bit weird. I don't think we do anything. I think we wait to exhaust this and kill their sky cycle or do something. Okay, they're gonna play their air response unit again. And they're not gonna... I'm gonna take this opportunity to do this. I don't know why they wouldn't attack. Here's a swamp. Okay. They could easily just block something with this. Do we leave it up as a blocker? Do we attack? What do? Let's attack. Sure. Are they gonna double block? I wasn't expecting them to do that. Sure, that's fine. It's fine. Guess let's play our terror. Unswerving sloth. Another black would be nice. Tell you what. Your speed is getting up there too. Midnight Mangler. This is an artifact vehicle. This will make its gain a life, then lose one. Then we can throw this guy out there. We don't have any good attacks. Okay, we're way less aggressive this go around. You're gonna saddle, okay. It gains indestructible until end of turn. That is rough. They get to untap everything. That is good. I really need to draw a black to get rid of that with spin out. I mean, like, oh no, that's what I meant to do. I guess we'll just do this. I don't want to take 5. We'd be at 10 health. Okay. Can I work with this? I mean, they would just crew and block, but it's something. And I can't safely attack my engineer either. Okay. That is problematic. I really just need to survive until I get another black source. Okay, sure. Target creature gains lifelink and indestructible. So they could Put it on that, then they won't need to saddle, and then they can really start going in. This game also does not look good. I don't like. Okay, okay. We can do this. Let's spin out the sloth. Still don't think we can really be on the offensive that much. Which is fine. We did something. We did something. It's +1, +2. Do they have some? Oh, it's gonna be flying though, isn't it? I guess. I don't know if I can afford to lose the engineer, but that being said, can I afford to lose that much life? Here's another island. Token with flying. Create 2 of those. Then the chosen player loses X life, where X is the number of artifacts. So we have 1, 2, 3. I guess we could do this. I think it'd be 5, including the 2 Thopters. That's not bad. That is not bad. We're slowly gaining some ground back. Slowly. Match is lasting forever, though, I'll tell you that. Double strike. I mean, I'll just take the 4. He's not being as balls out as I think he could be. That is not bad. Artifact. Cast artifacts. Let's do this. We'll still have our spectral interference up. Let's get to combat. Let's do this. Okay, sure. Fair enough. Saddle 3. I don't know if we have any ways to come back from this. I don't know. I can't block. Oh, I can actually. Ugh. Ugh. This is not great. It's really not. Collision course, destroy target art. I think they got us. I think they got us. Do they? Yeah. I think we'll probably play through another turn just to see, but I think they do. It's gonna do 6. Yeah, I don't have a way to block it. 6, 8. Be down to 7. And the land. Okay, sure. Good game. That's a shame. That's a shame. I know I went wrong somewhere there. I just don't 100% know where. Is this a better draw than last game? I would say so. I would say it is, definitely. What you got, friendo? What you got? Sky Ray. You got anything good for me? No. Mostly creatures. And an enchantment. They have a flood the engine. Okay. I'll trade you. Sure. Or you can let me get speed. Okay, they're gonna let me up my speed some. Sure. What is this? Indestructible hate. Okay, that's right. Hazaret, right. Okay. Can't attack or block unless you have max speed. What do we want to do? Honestly, let's go on with both. And then we can diversion unit, and we'll have a counter up at least. You know, I think we've actually used the counter on this once. This is flying. Oh, they definitely have something, right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, at least they're not building up their speed now. An island. Do that. Play our Mangler. And our Engineer. Go for it. what do you do? At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. Oh, okay, something like that. This will attack with this guy. Get a chunk of damage in. Oh, get max speed right here. I think I need to block. If they get max speed, they can use their god. Okay, sure. Guidelight optimizer. Really not what I need to draw. And at the very least, we can play a Harrier next turn. This one's not looking good either. This one's really not looking good. Why are they... Do I do it? Do I double block? No, I double block and they can just attack with everything next turn and I'm toast. That's not good either. I think we're cooked. I think we're cooked. Blood the engine. That is fair. Sure. And they win. They win. GG's. That's the end of that run. What do we end up going? 3-3? That sounds right. 3-3? Let's look. Yeah, 3-3. Not the worst. Could have been better, sure. But I think that'll conclude the stream for today. Thanks for hanging out. Do appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time.